Welcome back. It's Ryan Shewchuk again from the best of Midland, Texas. We're here with Nicole Stennett to talk about your new upcoming grand opening at the Summit Center. Super excited to hear that. So, first of all, Nicole, thanks again for coming in.
Yes, thanks for having me.
And for the people out there, super excited about your new business. So, tell us about it. It's called Natural Skin Health.
Natural skin health, yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, my name is Nicole Stennett, and I was a Derm PA for 8.5 years, and I am now opening Natural Skin Health. And at Natural Skin Health, I'm gonna be blending Western medicine and holistic medicine, because I really feel like that's gonna give patients the best result. So with that focus, it'll be treating acne, rosacea, and melasma. And
Hold on. So, I know what acne is.
yes.
What are the other two?
So rosacea, so when someone's kind of red in the cheeks or
Okay.
has like oilier skin, sensitive, sometimes they'll say. And then melasma is like when they have the dark pigmentation. A lot of times it'll be on the cheeks, sometimes forehead, upper lip area.
Okay. So you said Derm PA, that's dermatologist physician's assistant?
Yes.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Yes. So many qualifications. Okay, so um give us a little bit about your background. So you're from Nevada, right?
Right.
Like me.
Yes. Like you.
Look at
So,
us.
yes.
Boom. But from the Reno area, right?
So, yep, I grew up in a small town outside of Reno called Fallon,
Okay. So what
Yes.
brought you to Midland?
PA school.
Okay.
So Texas Tech's PA program is on Midland College's campus.
I see. Okay. So then you were like, hey, I'm in Midland now,
Yes.
right? How long have you been here?
So about 11 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's been a while. Yes.
So you're a native at this point.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Tell us about the clinic and, because obviously we're all excited about Summit Center as a whole. I'm sure it's going to be a super gorgeous clinic, but tell us more about that.
All right. So I'm going to do the functional, approach to dermatology conditions. I'll offer skin checks. I'll do, your injectables, so your filler, your Botox. I'll have
Oh, okay.
chemical peels. I'll have microneedling. And then I'm a Zeo expert, so skincare will be a big part of my practice.
I have Zeo.
Yes. Good for you.
My wife bought it for me.
Very good.
I used it this morning.
Very good. You got that glow.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, she's got me on a whole like 4 different thing regimen.
Wow.
I normally wouldn't be doing any of that, but apparently skincare is very important.
It is.
Not just for like, protecting yourself from skin cancer, stuff like that, but I'm sure, I know this much about it. You know everything. So for the people out here in Midland, right? So you've got a combination then. It's like you've got medical conditions, I guess was the right word, right? The acne, the rosacea, and melasma. Oh, it's like molasses. Okay. And then the other side, which is like the aesthetics, right? So like lip filler and Botox, right? You said?
Right.
Okay. Dude, gosh, could I use some? Like, what's going on there?
We can soften those lines.
Can I get
Yeah.
rid of these?
Yep, we can soften them.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. What's it been like through this whole process? Like, how did you get connected with Summit Center in the first place?
So, I was actually driving on Mockingbird and saw that their sign was up that they had just started having a few buildings up and that they were now leasing. And I had been praying for a long time that God would show me where I was supposed to be. And so we're driving by, and I told my husband to stop, that I was going to take a picture. And so then I looked at their website and started looking at everything that they represented. And I had a meeting with Matt about a week later.
Okay.
And just after hearing his vision, it was exactly what I wanted. They really want to pour into Midland. They want to make Midland better. And that's a big thing for me too. A big part of my practice is I want to make Midland better. I want to make Midland great. I want people to know that they can stay here and have dermatology and aesthetic treatments done here and don't have to travel to Dallas and Houston and Austin to have great services. And then I'm really big into giving back into the community. And that's going to be a big part of my practice is giving back in different charities and different things.
Oh, nice.
And so the Summit Center, I aligned with them on a lot of their beliefs and what they want for Midland. And so it was just like a perfect fit.
You were working for a previous practice in Odessa. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
What was the transition like from going like, okay, I'm working at a practice. It's not, it's not yours,
Right.
correct? And you're like, but I want to go off on my own. I want to start my own practice.
Right.
What was that process like with like, with the determination and determining what was going to take to get there, right? And obviously talking with your family and stuff like that? Like, what was that like?
So about 5 years ago, God put it on my heart that I was gonna open up a practice, and I really pushed back on that. I was like, "I'm happy where I'm at." Like, I love the doctor I'm working with. It was just, I had my patients. It was go to work. It was easier than owning your own thing. And then I just kind of kept pushing back on that. But everything I did, I kept would see different things pointing that I was supposed to open my practice. And so about 2.5 years ago, I was like, okay, I'm all in. Like, I'm doing it. Let's do this. But it was like the second I made that decision, I was doing it. It was like everything that could go wrong would go wrong. Like thought I'd have a location and couldn't find a location.
Mhm.
And it was just there was lots of hurdles, but I just kept praying about it, and God just kept affirming to me that I was meant to do this. And so I just knew that it was his timing, and that when when it was meant to be, it would happen. And
Yeah.
so once I found the Summit Center, I knew, okay, this is it. And then, the Summit Centers had their delays, just like any construction,
Sure. Sure.
just because of shortages and stuff like that. So nothing on them, but it's just delayed things. And so it's just made me pray harder and just keep pushing. And I just know that once this finally opens, it's going to be more than what I could have imagined.
What are some okay, so, I'm a business owner as well, and it's like, what did you learn in the process of like, oh, this is some things that you never thought you'd have to experience in the transition of now owning your own business, and you're like, "I didn't know that was a thing."
Right. So I pretty much feel like I've got a crash course on an MBA.
Okay.
When you own a business, you just have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And so it's like even just looking into software of like how patients are going to book and all of those things. I mean, you just have to be the biggest thing is like you just have to keep fighting and keep pushing. Like there's not an easy way. There's no one's just going to like give you all the answers. You just got to keep seeking them
Are you
out.
just Googling everything? Like,
I Google, I have mentors that
oh, okay.
I've trained with that I'm like, hey, what are you using on this? Or like, what's worked for you or what hasn't worked for you? So luckily, I've been able to make those connections and have great friends that are in different parts of the industry as well. And so I'm like asking them for help. So definitely not a solo thing by any means. I've had a lot of help with my
That's great.
family and friends and mentors that have poured into me. So definitely not something I'm doing by myself.
What about on the marketing side? Like, what are some of your marketing tactics you're looking into? I'm just curious because I'm a marketing
Yeah.
guy, and I'm always interested in what people are what their plans are, what their strategies are.
Right. So a big part of mine is social media. I mean, I would say I'm a pretty private person, but I mean, you have to be on social media. So it's really forced me to get out and do things that I normally wouldn't do. So that's a big one. Word of mouth is maybe as old school as that is. I think that's a big thing in Midland,
Super strong here. Yeah.
West Texas is just word of mouth. And if you can provide a great service, care for people, love them, that, God will provide for you and like the community will appreciate that. So that's a big one. Social media, my website, I just been working on that. So getting the website up and going.
What's the website?
It's naturalskinhealthtx.com.
Okay, excellent. That's an easy one to remember.
Yes, so that's been a big thing. I'm working on doing some Pinterest stuff.
Oh, all right.
I've
That's super smart.
recently learned that Pinterest is like a search engine. Didn't know that.
Yep,
So trying to
sure
figure out
is.
how to make my posts on like Instagram last longer. So putting all those things on Pinterest. So trying all these things. I'm doing it all by myself. When you first start, can't afford, having an expensive team to do all that. But
Sure.
it's teaching me what I like, what I don't like. And it's just teaching me like when I do hire someone, how to like convey what I like and my message. And then I'll have a deeper understanding of like the struggles they have because I've already struggled with that. So,
What treatments are you most often, you know what I mean? Like, when people are coming in, like, what's it mostly for?
I mean, I would say probably skincare,
Okay.
honestly. Because with my derm background, I just feel like that's helped me so much so I can treat people's skin. I've looked at skin for almost 9 years, so I have a better understanding than, a lot of people that just haven't looked at skin for a long time. And so I feel like I can, treat skin conditions really well. And I have kind of narrowed down what I'm treating to like the acne, the rosacea, and melasma because that's what I love. I'm sure that will expand because people are just going to have questions and want help. And so as I feel more comfortable incorporating more of that functional side to it, I'll be able to help people with more of their skin conditions, but that's what I love and brings me joy. I also love doing filler and Botox because I love doing that more natural look. I don't want someone to ever look at my patients and be like, "Oh my gosh, you've had all this work done." I want people just to look at you and say, "Wow, you look so good." Because the key is not for someone to be like, "Oh my gosh, you got your lips done." The key is to be like, "Wow, you look so refreshed. You look so good.
Mm,
What are you doing different?" Because that can be between me and the patient. That's no one else
sure,
has to know that.
sure.
And so that's my goal is that I feel like aesthetics has gone so extreme, it was the big lips, the big cheeks, the big everything, and now it's kinda going back, to the more natural,
More
and
subtle.
yes, and I like that's been always my look, and I feel like people are starting to appreciate that again, and so with opening my practice, it's gonna be mainly to focus on the natural look, that's why I named it Natural Skin Health because I'm gonna be incorporating that functional side, plus I want my patients to look natural and just their best self. Because if you look good and feel good about yourself, you're gonna be a better mom, you're gonna be a better dad, you're gonna be a better, owner, just person in the community because you just have that confidence.
My wife's side of the bathroom is just concoctions and potions
Right,
and everything, and my side's like my toothbrush, shaver, and whatever she buys me and tells me to put on my face.
right.
But, like, for the rest of the guys out there, what are some basics that we can kind of follow to
Incorporate.
help ourselves?
So I'm a big believer in Zeo. I've used it for a long time and just think it provides the best results. But I'm a big believer in like a good cleanser. I mean, you gotta wash your face. You gotta get the dirt, the oil, the sweat, the makeup off. Because if you're not doing that, then you're just everything else you put on is not gonna work.
You're just piling it
Yeah,
on.
it's just
Yeah.
like junk. I always think of it as like you just have all this like stuff on your skin and it can't work. So good cleanser. I do believe in exfoliation. So a scrub and toner. Those are kind of basic.
Okay.
And then if someone's like, what else could I do? I'm a big believer in sunscreen. Like you have to protect. There's no reason to spend all your money and not protect. So the nice thing is I feel like a lot of people don't market to guys, and so one of my big things I'm about to launch
All right.
is
Exclusive. Here we go.
a guys skincare box.
Oh, all
It's
right.
gonna be hopefully ready to go the 1st of June for Father's Day. But it will have some of my favorite like products for guys. I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. So you have a cleanser, scrub, toner, another corrective product, and a sunscreen. And then hopefully something else I'm working on, working with someone to hopefully incorporate a t-shirt in there, just to have that.
Sure.
I really like their brand and what they stand for. So that's what we're working for. I just don't feel like anyone markets to guys, and I feel like it's a
Yeah.
big area that's being missed. And so I'm gonna tackle it.
Is this gonna be like you're working with ZO, or is this something totally branded to you, like your own products?
So it'll be Zio's products,
Okay.
but I will be just having the box and like the nice thing is I'm gonna have a QR code that will have me walking the patient through how to use the product so that there's no confusion on how to do that. And then they'll also, because some people don't want to watch the video, there'll be written instructions too. So I'm gonna be
Man,
targeting everyone in different ways.
you're on it. I love that.
Yeah, thank
Let
you.
me put it out there, like a subscription box.
So I'm in the works with it. We're trying to figure that all out. So
All right.
yeah,
We won't spoil it too much, but
yes,
ooh, all right, I'm in.
yes,
Count
okay,
me in. Like, I think what I have is a cleanser, toner, no, exfoliation,
good. Yeah,
toner,
probably Daily Power.
and then moisturizer.
Okay, the Daily Power. Yep.
Okay.
And then a good sunscreen. We gotta get sunscreen on there.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty tan, but I rarely burn. But even out here, I guess it's probably just because I'm from Vegas.
But
My
but you're
skin's
still getting sun damage.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
all right. Good point. All right, so I need sunscreen. Got it.
Yep.
When you're talking about, I just want to clarify. When you're talking about acne, this is like where you need medication. Acne. This is not like you're not Dr. Pimple Popper on TikTok or something.
That was my old life. At West Texas Dermatology, I did a lot of pimple
Pimple
popping
Popper?
and
You're a pimple
oh
popper?
yeah, lots of cysts, lots of stuff. Yeah, that
Are you
was.
gonna be like?
I won't. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that because I'm just not taking insurance. So that's just
I see. Okay.
it will be a cash pay place. So there's a lot of things that just someone can get it at a better price if they go somewhere else
Okay.
that takes your insurance. That's why I'm probably not going to have that service. Um, but acne, is going to, I'm hoping to bring in skincare and we're going to start working at like looking at your nutrition and your lifestyle because I feel like that's a big part of acne. Acne is so complex. It's not one size fits all. What's triggering someone's acne can be totally different. It could be food related, it could be just stress, it could be skincare products you're using. And so diving into that, that's going to be my big thing is
Okay.
that if you're coming in with me, we may be talking for an hour plus trying to figure out stuff. We may be doing lots of lab work to figure out. Um, I don't want my patients to feel like they're rushed. And,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and how the medical model is now is you're expected to see a lot of patients in a short amount of time. And that's no one's fault specifically. It's just how the medical model is. And I just want to get away from that. And so I want to be able to dive in deep with my patients, one, to create deep relationships, but I want them to get results. And that matters so much to me. But the reason I like acne, I'm so passionate about it, is I dealt with it in college. And I just remember like I really struggled with it. I remember how I felt having it, and I just really want to help people. And like I said, in the beginning of the podcast, one of my big things is to give back to the community. And one of my goals in the next year or two is to have run a free acne clinic.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure how that's all going to look, but have a certain amount of patients each year that just maybe they can't afford their treatments, and just be able to help out. Be hopefully those teenagers that are just give them that self confidence.
That's
High
when you
school's
need
already
like,
hard.
is it called like, that's when you need like Accutane? Is that what, okay.
So, like, I mean, yeah. So I've prescribed Accutane a lot prior. I'm hoping to be able to not have to use that because I'm just doing the more functional route of it.
I see.
But it's definitely there. It's a medication that I think there's a lot of controversy about it, but
Oh,
it is
okay.
literally life changing for some people. So no matter where people stand on it, I've seen it change people's lives, and you can't deny that.
I didn't deal with, I mean, I feel like I dealt with the normal teenage acne, I
Right.
guess, right? Nothing that I ever saw a doctor for, but I think these days I struggle more than anything with just ingrown hairs on my face. And that's
Okay.
like my struggle. And I'm like, I don't know how to fix this.
Okay, we can fix that.
Really?
Yep. I'll make some recommendations for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the worst for me.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what kind of staffing are you gonna need to do? And
Right.
if anybody's out there that might be interested,
Interested. Yeah. So I mean, when I first start, it's it's gonna be me, but
sure.
the goal is I'm gonna need a receptionist. So and when I say receptionist, I mean that means you're gonna be answering phones, helping with orders, helping with stuff, and then eventually I'll have an esthetician.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll be a small team. I feel like I really want that boutique-y feel. So when people come in, you're not waiting a long time in my lobby. You're getting seen right away. People, when you walk in, we know who you are. It is my clinic is not to be high volume in the fact where I'm seeing 20, 30 patients a day. I did that, and that what did not bring me joy. I
Mm,
find joy in having good conversation, really getting to help people, and not being overwhelmed by a lobby full of waiting people that are angry at
right.
me.
And they're frustrated, and
Yeah.
you can only read Highlights magazine for so long.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or you can only stare at the clock so much,
Right.
or look at the receptionist and give them dirty looks so much before, then you're angry at me. And so,
Sure.
and I like to talk. I enjoy getting to connect with people.
Same girl.
And so that was always, my nurses would be like, Nicole, let's go. And it's hard because I couldn't, like, if someone's telling you something that they're really, struggling with, how
Sure.
are you supposed to just like walk out the door and be like, Sorry, see you next time?
Yeah. Well, gotta
Like,
go.
sorry. And so that was what I struggled with the time management in my clinic prior, because I would love to hear the stories about your kids or your grandkids or what vacation you went on, because that's how I plan my vacations based off of my patients' vacations. Um, and then, or it's something that they're really struggled with and seen tons of providers and no one's giving them answers. And how am I just going to be like, just blow them off? And that's just not
Yeah.
who I am. And so, there's times I would be 2.5 hours behind, and there's just no joy in that. And
Sure.
I just don't want that
The
life
snowball
anymore.
effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how far are you out from opening? I mean, Summit Center, so many things are, opening. I want to say probably this summer, probably into the fall, I would imagine,
Right.
right? So how far are you out? Like, is it a month or 2 or 3 months, or what are
No,
you
we're
looking at?
saying June 24th. We're going to pray it and believe it.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's basically within a month here.
Yes.
This is awesome. Well, we really wish you the best of luck. I can't wait to come in and see the new space and
Yes.
get my guys skincare box
Yes.
sponsored by ZO.
Yes.
Zbro.
Zebro. There you go. Yeah.
Zbro. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't steal that.
Yeah.
Copyright that. All right.
Yes.
Um, and come check out the space. And are you gonna have are you gonna work partnerships with the other tenants there? Like, I could see somebody going to Renewed Strength and going to get a workout in, and then
I would love that.
maybe some filler
Yes, I would
right
love that. I
afterwards.
mean, I'm hoping to have 12 Gates coffee in my space. I want to have like a nice little coffee bar, or that's already been designed. And so having their coffee there, just yeah, I would like to support and just bring awareness to the other businesses in Summit and just in Midland. I mean, I'm all for small businesses. That's my love. That's my passion. is to help. And again, goes back to making West Texas great. And there's a lot of great people and great businesses out here that people just don't know about.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is part of the reason why, we try to showcase as many as we can on our website, Best of Midland. And hey, maybe the next time we talk, we'll get you on our podcast
Yep.
at Natural Skin Health.
Yes, that would be awesome.
We'll do a podcast episode from there.
That sounds great.
All right, so everybody check it out. So, where's the best place for people to find you?
The website that I mentioned, I'm really active on social media, or I try to be. So that's where you can get some information. So my Instagram is Nicole Stennett _ PAC. And then, yeah, if anyone ever has questions, let me know.
Great. Well, I'll add all the links in the description below. And listen, we'll see you on the next one. See you at the next Summit Center tenant.
Yes.
We're all excited. All right. See you. Bye.